Functional medicine is one of my main interests outside of the tech world. I wanted to create a web app that compiles businesses and individuals who offer these types of services. I created open-minded humans with Python, Flask, and Jinja for my server-side code. I also used JavaScript, Ajax, and jQuery to create a dynamic, user-friendly web app. On my homepage, I used the GNews API to fetch articles using a JavaScript fetch request to the server. This sent a JSON response to the server that I parsed out with JavaScript to create individual cards with Bootstrap. I created a business registration form so that businesses can add themselves to my database. On the back end, SQL Alchemy and PostgreSQL are my database management tools for this entire web app. I also used Flask Uploads library to save uploaded images to my database. I wanted to integrate the Google Calendar API, so I created another form which allows businesses to add events to their listing. Events are run through a Python function which pushes the event to my Google Calendar in real time. Users are able to navigate the directory page to browse businesses of interest. I used Jinja templating to render dynamic HTML web pages based on data that's received from various Python CRUD functions. These business cards are populated using a combination of a Jinja loop and Bootstrap in order to ensure a responsive web app. I also implemented a search feature that allows users to filter by category or search by keyword or event name. When clicking on the filter button, a user is redirected towards an endpoint that populates businesses within that category. In the future, I would like to use Ajax or React in order to prevent the reloading of the entire page and redirection of the user in order to speed up my loading time. One of the main challenges I encountered was using Beautiful Soup to scrape a similar web app for data. I struggled with extracting the exact data I wanted, so instead I used Faker to generate fake businesses that I could use to populate my database. If a user is logged in, they are able to favorite businesses and save them to their profile for accessing at a later time. This is done using database management and Python functions. I look forward to building out my app to hone in on the original vision that I had for the project. I learned a lot about what it takes to organize, plan, and execute a project from start to finish, and am eager to move forward in my career with these new skills. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or GitHub if you have any further questions or just would like to connect.